Start your pastured pig operation today. If you really want to do that and you want to get that operation set up for even this season coming up, you definitely can. But there's going to be a few things you want to know first. And so what we're going to do is we're putting together a series of videos that are shorter videos, each individually focused on different aspects of starting up a pig operation. And what that'll hopefully do is help you learn from the things that we learned in the past and the mistakes that we made, so you hopefully don't have to make them again or for the first time. And we're gonna just cover stuff like cost, infrastructure, different kinds of pigs for different kinds of pork, feeders, waters, all of that stuff. As overwhelming as it can seem in the beginning, I promise it's not as scary as it seems, and it will be to your benefit just to take those things one at a time. So we're gonna create this whole video series, and hopefully it helps you guys out. It's all coming up on Hares and Harrows Farmstead. Hey, what is going on, guys? Matthias here with Hares and Harrows Farmstead. Thank you as always for checking out our channel and tuning into what we're doing on the farm today. If you could do us a favor, hit that like and subscribe button, and also, very important, hit that notification button, because that will help us get our videos out to a wider audience, hopefully help more people out and get this information out to more people. That would do us a huge favor. Thank you guys so much. What we wanted to talk about today, this is the first out of a series of videos that we're gonna make on starting up your pastured pig operation. And today I wanted to cover how many pigs you're gonna want for a certain, or how much land you're gonna want for a certain amount of pigs. Most of these videos are gonna cover a scenario of no more than about 4 pigs, because that's generally what the average homesteader is gonna do, anywhere from 2 to 4 pigs. We are actually doing 20 this year, but we're also not just doing it for homestead purposes. We're selling our shares and we're selling our pigs as half and whole shares. And so if you actually want more information on that, you're here in Michigan and you're local, you want more information on that, go to haresandharrowsfarmstead.com, and you'll be able to check out our website and check out more information on our GOS Berkshire shares. So, generally speaking, we stick to this rule of no more than 5 pigs per acre. And the reason that is because we do let our pigs eat up the pasture. We use them and rotate their pastures for pasture management, but I say that lightly, because pasture management with pigs is kind of a joke, because they don't really manage pasture like chickens and cows do. They destroy pasture. But we're actually wanting them to do that this year, and you can regulate how much impact they have on the land. So when we rotate them, what we'll do is we'll let them dig up all of the stuff that we don't want, because there's a bunch of bramble and burdock and all this other stuff we don't want, because we're trying to create more pasture for hopefully getting a cow or 2 here one day. And so we let them dig all of that up, and then after they're done with that, they generally will start to compact the ground back down. And just before they've over compacted it back down, we will move them off of that pasture, and then we're going to backseed with different kinds of pasture grass that are higher in protein for both the pigs next year and the cows in the future on different pastures. So we do stick to the rule of no more than 5 per acre. I'm hoping this wind is not disrupting the audio too much. If it is, I apologize. But we don't do more than 5 pigs per acre. We're doing 6 acres, and we've got 20 pigs this year, so we're pretty good. There are a lot of people who are not necessarily gonna raise on pasture. They're gonna have a small section of land that they're gonna put their pigs on, and that's totally fine. If you wanna do that, I know a lot of people are doing that very successfully. The reason we put them on pasture is because it saves on our feed costs, because they get a lot of their minerals and whatnot from the dirt and the ground. And then they also they use the grass as part of their feed. And since we're using higher protein grasses like alfalfa and sorghum and stuff like that, along with planting some random field peas out here, they'll eat all that up, and that just helps supplement their feed. If you're not on a ton of land, like we're blessed with 12 acres here, if you're working on a 1 or 2 acre homestead, or even less than that, you can still raise pigs, and by all means do it. That's the number one thing I try to tell people, is if you can raise any farm animal, chickens are going to be one that are super easy, and that's what most people start out on, is raising egg and meat birds. But then the next one, the very next one, I would say are pigs. We tried our hand at goats, we loved it, and we had a lot of success with goats, but I personally don't prefer to keep goats. They are kind of a menace, and you have to have a real love for them, and they're just exhausting otherwise to me. But pigs were such an easy experience. They respect the line, they don't try and escape all the time, as long as you do it and train them properly, which we're going to cover in the videos coming up. But we absolutely loved and enjoyed having pigs on our farm, and we hope that you guys do too. Lastly, I wanted to mention, if you don't have any land at all, or you want to raise more pigs than your land will allow, which is actually going to happen next year for us, we have 20 coming on this, like I said, and that's probably the max that we can do on this property, because we've only got about 6 acres allotted. We can probably do a little bit more, but I don't want to do more than 20 here. We're gonna look for someone else, and this is what you can do too, is find someone who you can lease land from. Let them know you want to raise some pigs on it, and you're going to backseed the pasture, and you're gonna treat it with regenerative agriculture practices, and they're probably going to be likely to let you do it. The problem comes in, pigs have a bad rep for being slobs, for being messy and gross smelling, and that is true when they're confined in a small area, which again, there's not always a lot of options, so you do what you can. There's no shame in that or anything like that. But when they're left on pasture and they have more land, they don't smell. We didn't smell ours a single time last year. And that's because they had enough space. They like to keep a tidy space, so they don't dirty it up. They don't poop in the same area every single time. You know, they're spreading their manure out and all that stuff. So it really is not a really disgusting animal to have on pasture. But again, they do have a bad rep, so there's a little convincing sometimes. But all that to say, you can lease out pasture for your pigs if you don't have that available to you. So just wanted to make sure you guys had that option, or at least we're thinking about that option. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you got something out of this, or you're getting something out of these series, please like and subscribe and hit that notification button. Again, that just helps us get this content out to more people. We appreciate it so much. Love you guys, and we'll see you next time on Hares and Harrows Farmstead.